Update. I'm having trouble to tell my husband that I'm finally ready to be his wife now. Original post. https www.reddit.com/r/relationshipadvice/comments/xfh64/I'm having trouble to tell my husband that I'm UTM medium equals Android app and UTM source equals share. I guess the moment I asked him to go to the movies together, he realized something finally changed in our marriage. So when we arrived, he initiated to hold hands with me and I hold his hand as well. He was paused for a few seconds. And then I saw him kinda take a deep breath. After that he asked me if I want to go somewhere else. And I told him I'm kinda hungry, so we went for a dinner as well. Now I don't know if he already planned this or no, but he took me to this restaurant near a riverside. It's like a romantic place for couple. And at this point I felt like he already responding to my signs really well. And I hope he will continue to initiate everything that I was hoping for. But it was really awkward during our dinner. Both of us just sit there without any conversation. Then I remembered some of you guys told me to basically have a courage because he's probably waiting for 3 years for all of this. And it's time for me to make a move. I don't know why, but when I'm trying to start a topic of conversation, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "So what do you think of having children?" Quote. He was shocked to hear me say that. And then he replied, "Oh well, I love to have some, maybe one day when you ready," and my mouth just automatically say, "I'm ready." And he start coughing. After that, he asked me if I am really 100% sure about this like 7 times. And of course I said yes. After the dinner we get back to his car and we talked a little bit and he initiated to kiss me. I was closing my eyes awkwardly, giving an uncomfortable facial expression. And then he said that we don't have to do this if I don't want to. But I kissed him anyway without saying a word. And after we arrive at home, we finally get intimate for the first time, but before we do it he keeps reassuring me that am I really ready and is this what I really want and no one forcing me to do this. I just can't believe that he still feel the needs to ask these questions. And I cannot describe how good it feels to be finally in this state of relationship. The next morning we talked more than we used to and he opened up about his perspective of our marriage. Basically he was forced to. But after he saw me, he likes me so he did it anyway. After he back from work, he bought us a new pair of ring as a symbol of our new starting point in life. I'm finally feel relief right now. Everything's work out. But if there's something that still bothers me is that I'm still questioning about has he cheated on me with another woman during these whole 3 years? But I'm afraid to hear the worst possible outcome and ruin everything. Thank you everyone, heart. I am so proud of you and so happy to hear that things are going well. But if there's something that still bothers me is that I'm still questioning about has he cheated on me with another woman during these whole 3 years? But I'm afraid to hear the worst possible outcome and ruin everything. To preface what I am about to say, I have no reason to believe he might have slept with someone else. Your previous comments about his habits and description of him as a person also make me feel it is very unlikely. After he back from work, he bought us a new pair of ring as a symbol of our new starting point in life. Based on the very specific circumstances of your relationship, if you want to just leave the topic alone, I think it is okay to decide that anything that may have happened before Sunday just doesn't matter. You can choose to decide that while your wedding was 3 years ago, this past Sunday was the day your marriage truly began because you chose on that day to begin your lives as husband and wife. This advice is to offer a way for you to put that tiny bit of doubt to rest and move forward with confidence. And I want to emphasize again that I do not see any reason to believe he might have cheated. I'm still questioning about has he cheated on me with another woman during these whole 3 years? This is an absolutely unfair question. Not only because you have no reason to believe it, but because, as you expressed in your first post, you weren't really in a relationship. Just under the legal construction of marriage. You may share a bond, and that may turn into a relationship. But you should be aware that just started now. And before that you both were basically single. And by your wishes. According to you. But if there's something that still bothers me is that I'm still questioning about has he cheated on me with another woman during these whole 3 years? How would you feel if he questioned this about you? What if he started asking if you weren't intimate or ready for a relationship with him because you were seeing another man on the side? Come on now. Just enjoy what you're building with this overly patient man. Good luck to you both. You can think of last night as your relationship beginning. So please don't think at all about the cheating part. It's not fair for any of you and it might destroy the nice thing you have going on. Just focus on your relationship and marriage. Have a happy life. I don't think it would be appropriate to ask him if he's ever cheated unless you have reason to believe it is true. And I doubt you do. If I were you, I'd focus on positive things now and moving forward with your life together. Don't rush the kids. Enjoy this new chapter. Have fun. Enjoy the romance. Get to know him intimately. Go on dates. You have plenty of time for kids. But this is a stage that is not coming back, and it's important to build a solid foundation to your relationship. One that is not coerced. I'm glad this worked out so well for you. I really caution you not to spoil this with hypotheticals. I would not ask him if he stepped outside the marriage unless you're okay with the answer being yes. It's not that unlikely. But jealousy over the past will not help you. You were both forced into this situation. Your first 3 years of marriage were mostly an act. Take him seriously with the new rings and renewed commitment, and consider that your romantic relationship and obligation to each other starts now. This is so exciting for you both. I'm living vicariously through you. RN relieved face. Cheated? You weren't really in a relationship. You were married, but neither of you were really engaging emotionally or physically in a relationship. A title is not a relationship. Even if he was with a woman, which you give no indication is likely, I wouldn't consider it cheating. Don't tell him, just show him. Not all of us are cheaters. Some of us are just grateful for what we have and try to keep the wheels turning in the hope for a contented, happy life. Good luck with your future. Sounds like you're starting from a good place now. The rings, like you say, signify a new point to start from. Congratulations, Scissor. Great update. And I don't know if you're blind to it, but this dude seems like a really great guy, and you might just be totally underestimating how damn lucky you are. To be honest, things took a kinda strange turn with that "I want to have kids" part. Only because now it might seem that you're just mending things because you want kids, rather than the fact that you actually like him. I think you should clarify this. Lastly, I really doubt he had anything else going on. But since you seem to be making this a bother for yourself, ask him. Oh, I'm so glad I saw this update. How exciting for you both. This is the sweetest. The one thing I would make sure of is just to make sure that he knows that you didn't initiate this solely because you want kids. Make sure he knows that you want him too. He couldn't have cheated on a person who wasn't his sexual partner. Leave past in the past. I'm happy for you, heart. I hope you can enjoy the present and future and let the past be. You may not have had the best start, but you found the courage to make it better. This is awesome to hear. I was hoping he was respectful and reserved. Treat each other well and you will have a lifetime to appreciate getting to this point. That was super brave of you and inspiring to me. You wrote really well and it made me laugh with joy. Happy for you too. This is the most beautiful update. I literally cried happy tears for you. Questioning the past is natural. But please focus on the amazing new connection you guys are forming. You are both very clearly invested in making this work. All the best. I truly hope it continues to grow in all the right ways. Cultural pressures aside, maybe the first thing you talk about as a couple after all this time. Shouldn't be, let's have kids. It's been 3 years. I'm sure he just wants to be seen as a husband first and foremost, and if I were him I'd have definitely misconstrued your new interest as solely baby focused. That's a case where, damn girl, take him to dinner first, isn't enough for even that kind of a leap.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.